In this module, we're going to talk about importing questions into Moodle. In the activity section, we set up a quiz and we typed our questions in one by one. If you have a test bank, either one that you've created or one that has been created for your book, you can import these questions into your question bank and then work with them from that question bank. You still need to be sure to put them in categories. If your book doesn't do that, and a lot of your books will automatically do that for you, but if they don't, you need to make sure that the questions you're working with are going into specific categories. I can't stress that enough as far as the organization of your course. There's some courses that were originally done here that we're having to go back and redo complete question banks because they weren't set up in categories. So that's extremely important to remember. So I've created just a test course because I didn't want to import questions into any place else and have it mess up a course. So I've created just a random course that we're going to be working with. I'm going to go into my question bank, which is in the administration section over on the left side of your screen. I'm going to click on import. When I click on import, it comes up and says, what kind of file structure are you going to work with? And these are the choices that Moodle will work with. And so you need to make sure when you go into your sites that you look for these items. These are the items that you're looking to work with. So let's go over for just a second. I'm going to move this screen out of our way. And we're going to go, this is Cengage, which is where we get our books from and a lot of our materials from. And so I'm going to use it as an example. And if you look, I have ExamView, Engine Test Bank, which I could go in there. I have Angel, which will not work inside of Moodle. I have Blackboard 6.7, Blackboard 7.1, WebCT, which used to be one of the choices, and if you've worked with previous versions of Moodle, it was one of the choices. It is no longer one of the choices. So I usually choose Blackboard because that seems to work the best if I'm going with a preset test bank, and those, it doesn't have Moodle as one of my choices. Some of your test banks are even going to have Moodle as one of your choices. So I'm going to click on Download Now. And I'm going to save this file into my downloads. I'm going to move this out of the way for just a little bit. And I have created this folder that I'm going to put these test questions in. So I'm going to go into my downloads where this downloaded to. And I'm going to click on Run. The thing that you have to remember is a lot of these will work different ways depending on your book site, those kind of things, and so we always kind of have to work through that process, but this is generally how this works so that you're aware of what's going on. So I'm going to browse because I need to put this someplace. This is on my desktop and I just have it as new folder, so I'm going to go down and find my new folder. And that's where I'm going to unzip these files to. Okay, so now we're ready to put these test questions into Moodle. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. I'm going to move this over here so we can view a couple different things at the same time. And I'm going to bring my Moodle, whoops, wrong screen. I'm going to bring my Moodle course back over so we can look at what's happening inside my Moodle course. So this is the Moodle course that we're going to import these questions into. And so I said that we did Blackboard, so I'm going to click on Blackboard because those are the types of questions that we're bringing over. I'm going to go to my folder, and it keeps wanting to go over to the other screen. I'm going to bring in my folder, and I'm going to choose one of my questions. And so let's go ahead and we'll choose these questions. Whoops. And we're going to move that question file over into my Moodle course. Once it's read the information, I'm going to click on Import. and it's going to work. Then it's going to come up and it's going to look kind of funny, and you're going to think, okay, wait a minute, that didn't work because my questions don't look right. It doesn't have my full questions on. Know that these are just showing you these are the questions it's bringing in. It will not look like this when you get inside the actual question bank. So I'm going to click down here and I'm going to click continue. When I click continue, all of my questions come into my Moodle course. Now, again, it kind of looks funny, and I'm still not sure if this is what question I want. I can go in and I can preview that question. So this is how the question will actually look inside of Moodle. So in other words, this is what your students will see as far as working with this question inside of Moodle. Works the same way. If I click on any of these previews, I can preview any of these questions, and it will show me what the question is going to look like inside of Moodle. Now I can use any of these questions inside of Moodle. So I can go in and I can create a quiz, and I can pull these questions that simply into a quiz.